Welcome back to the sixth episode of The Cringe and Confident, aka episode 6.
I've been wanting to say this for a long time, so roll the intro music.
You are listening to The Cringe and the Confident. Stay tuned.
Hey!
I love this so much. It's so cute.
Yeah? Oh, Felix! And he closed the door. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Chris, Joce's brother-in-law, for making that intro music. Hold on. Let me go close the door. Okay, that's better. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Shout out to Chris. He took a long time making that intro for us. I really, really like it. Do you?
Good. Yeah, I do. It's very original.
Mm-hmm.
He did it all on GarageBand.
Mm-hmm. It sounds legit. Like, I showed it to my coworkers and they're like, "Oh, like that sounds tight."
We're still gonna use the outro we used last time because that's the one I made.
Yeah.
But we do need more like an upbeat one for the beginning. So I really like that one.
Yeah, it's tight. So it's been 2 weeks since we last recorded. We were really busy these past few weekends, so we didn't really have time. And we don't record like a bunch at once. We
should.
Yeah, we should. We should probably do another one after this, but we'll see. This one might be a little extra long. What happened?
I'm still getting used to having a pair of headphones.
Oh, yeah.
Now I can hear everything. Before it didn't bug me because I couldn't really hear it, but now I hear everything. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, like Bubbles walking around right now. I swear, she's like a freaking cow.
She's like, whoa. That's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought a cat? I don't know.
No, a cow. She's huge. No, yeah. So it's been a couple weeks. We've been really, really busy. A lot has happened. But first, we would like to do the giveaway. And only one person entered. So thank you, Ernie. You won the last $10 iTunes gift card. So I'll give that to you when I see you next time.
He's probably like our biggest supporter.
Yeah. No,
I like talk to him about something just like, and he's like, oh yeah, like you mentioned the podcast. I'm like, oh my god, he actually listened.
Yeah, I'm in shy too. Like they'll be messaging me like while they're listening, like, oh, that was funny, or like they really like certain parts of it.
I enjoy the support.
Yeah, so today's this very special day too. It is Jocelyn's birthday today. Woohoo!
It's felt like my birthday since like Friday.
Do you want to talk about that first, or do you want to backtrack to last week and why we didn't record?
Okay, sure. Let's backtrack a little bit and then make our way up till today.
Okay. So basically, we should record on Saturdays or Sundays. Mm-hmm. Last Saturday, did you have work? No, huh? No. We just it was my friend's birthday, and we went out to, what is it called? Spire 73?
Spire?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spire.
Spire 73.
It's the world, or this area's largest or
LA's
tallest rooftop bar that you can go to.
Yeah. So we did that, and how about you tell us, walk through what happened that day?
Okay, so I messed up. Well, I don't know. It's
messed up.
It's like bittersweet because it's like I wanted to be safe and I wanted to take care of everybody because I knew it was going to get lit. So I had already said I was going to be designated driver and I wasn't going to drink and yada yada. We hadn't even left to the place yet. Him and all his friends were here, pre-gaming it, taking shots, like 4 to 5 shots before they even stepped out the house.
In like half an hour.
And
we finished a bottle of Centenario.
And I was seeing them, and I'm like, oh my god, I FOMO so bad. Like, I wish I was taking shots with you guys. And I was like, man, I regret it. I shouldn't have said I was in VDD. But as the night went on, I was like, oh, thank God I'm not drunk because someone had to be sober, for sure.
Yeah, it was fun. Don't get me wrong. That day was so much fun. But I was a hot mess. No, we were all pretty much hot messes, I think. I was a really hot mess, though. So we drink a bunch of shots, and we leave to the place, and I'm already feeling it. We have like 4 shots. I didn't drink the last one. We had 5 shots technically, but the last one, I looked at Joce, and she just looks at me with like these big eyes, and I'm like, oh, like maybe I shouldn't have this last one.
It was like the blinking meme. Like I was just like, oh my god,
like another one. So I switched that shot, and I just put like beer in a shot glass. Oh, and I had like 3 beers too.
Yeah. In between the shots.
Yeah, in between the shots, I had like 2 beers, because Louis didn't want to drink his other one. So we leave, we go to the parking lot, we make our way to the building, and it's Spire 73 because it's on the 73rd floor. I don't know if you've been to downtown Los Angeles, but there's a building, and at the top it has like the Pepsi logo, and that's where that bar is at. And it's, supposedly like the tallest freaking open rooftop bar in the western part of the USA or something like that. It was really cool.
It was scary.
How was it going up there? You had like vertigo or something.
I have like a really, and I recently just got this like fear of height. I don't know where it came from, but when we got into the elevator and we were going up, I said, oh, thank God I'm not drunk, because just going up, it felt like I was on the Tower of Terror, or what's it called? The Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
Yeah, now. Which I still haven't been on.
It was scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my legs start to shake. I don't know.
I'm like, look over the edge. She's like, all scared. So we get there, and it's really nice. Like, I wouldn't mind going back.
It is a really nice place, and it's very like chill.
Yeah, it's really
like
laid
you can
back.
show up dressed really nice, or
it's
if you want to just show up in a pair of jeans, you can. Just no flip flops.
Yeah, it's a little bit pricey, but it's really nice. The view is really, really beautiful. Like you just see all of Los Angeles, and especially at now when it became nighttime, it looked dope.
Yeah, I think it was good that we went when the sun was still out, because then when it was setting,
we saw the sunset.
Nice.
It was really nice. Yeah. Like we're like taking pictures, and like take a jacket though, because I'm pretty sure even in the summer it gets cold because you're really high up, and I think it's just windy all the time.
Yeah,
you can't even imagine.
They have heaters all around though.
Yeah, I can't even imagine freaking going in the wintertime or something. You'd be
probably
freezing.
Not as popular. I'm sure people still go, but not like in the summer.
If you go with like a big fur coat, I'm pretty sure you'll have a good time, but still. So we went. It was my friend's birthday. It was Big Nate's birthday. He turned 27. Jeez, we're getting old.
Speak for yourselves.
So we went. He ended up getting like a table, and he ended up getting a bottle of Don Julio and a bottle of champagne, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
So at this time, like I had 2 more beers. I had 2 amber ales because they were cheap. They were like the cheapest thing, and I'm like, oh, thank God! Like they're good beers. Like I love amber and red ales. So I got like 2 of those. And then we had a shot of the Don Julio, and then they made a bunch of drinks from the rest of the bottle. So I had one of those. I think it was like tequila and cranberry or something. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's where I stopped remembering completely. After, like, I remember having that red drink.
He drops a glass.
Oh yeah, I think that's why I got blacked out.
That's why?
Yeah, that's why.
He dropped a glass and it fell and it broke, and everyone took a step back because it's like, oh shoot, glass just broke. But Joey was like,
I'll pick it up.
And everyone's like, no, don't pick it up. And I don't know how, but you got the deepest cut.
It like cut me.
I don't know what, like, did you even grab it? Was it just like...
I reached down, and because I guess it was glass, and because I was drunk already, I didn't perceive like how tall it was, where it was sharp. So I literally reached down, went back up, and there was just blood.
Dripping blood. I have blood on my new jeans.
Like I put my finger in my mouth. I'm like, it's fine. And then like when I sucked it, it literally felt like a freaking Capri Sun. Like it was like it was a bunch. I spit it out. I'm like, oh no.
He said his skin was flappy. That's what I knew.
Skin was flappy. Like it cut like an L shape. Like I don't know if you saw it the next day. It was like an L. Like so it cut like at an angle and it just sliced like the tip of my finger. This is the second time that I sliced parts of my fingers off. Last time, it was a few years ago, I was putting away a beer pong table, and I was putting down the legs, and I was drunk. I was grabbing the leg, and when I was pushing it down, it chopped off the tip of my thumb. That one too, I was freaking out. I was home alone. I was like, oh my God. Was everyone left to get food or something?
Oh no.
So I freaking ran in here. I freaking started bandaging it. Oh my God, it was a mess. So yeah, I cut myself, and then I don't remember after that. I honestly, like, I don't remember going down at all. I remember walking, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so we went downstairs. He just gets, like, no filter. Whatever crosses his mind, he'll say out loud. There was this couple taking pictures outside.
Oh my God, I feel so bad.
And I saw them. I mean, I'm still sober. I'm just nice. And, you know, I turn over and I'm like, oh my God, that's so cute. They look so cute. Like, I really like, and they heard me and they were like, oh, thanks. As we're walking away, Jamie's like, that's not cute. She's fat. I was like, oh my God, please don't let these people hear you being so rude.
I didn't know. Like, she told me the next day, I'm like, I said that. She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God, that's terrible.
I think the scariest part is just, like, we're walking to, like, the next bar and you're stumbling the whole way through.
I don't remember any of it. And then, like, yesterday, Lou told me that I tried going into a liquor store on the way to use a restroom. And I told the guy, what if I buy something? He's like, no, like, I'm still not going to let you use the restroom. And I was like, oh, well, then I just want to buy it anyways. And he's like, no, you're drunk. And then I was like, come on, let me buy it. And the guy's like, no. And I'm like, why? He's like, you're drunk. Like, you can't buy it. And it's like, I guess Lou was behind me. And I was like, oh, fine. And I left. Lou was like, yeah, what an asshole. He's wasted. he's like, because he was drunk too. He was just trying to make himself look good. Like, oh, yeah, that guy's wasted. He's being an ass. And the guy's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, here, I'm going to buy this. And the guy just left him. But yeah, so then we ended up... Bubbles.
What's she doing?
She's barking at the wall. So yeah, we ended up going to this other bar, and
at that point he was just too intoxicated.
Yeah, and supposedly I chugged the drink before we left. It was a mess. I'm sorry I made you go through that.
It's okay.
I don't know what it was.
We all have to take our turns.
I don't know what it was. So yeah,
we went to walk back to the parking spot and that
drive home. I was kicking her dashboard because I was getting sick. I was spitting in the Uber before that on the way to the...
Yeah, I thought I was gonna wake up with like a cleaning fee charge.
That would have been so sad because I would have had to pay for it. So yeah,
it was gassy.
No, why you say that?
Yes, you were.
That's disgusting.
And they were silent. I didn't hear it. It's just like, what the...
That's nasty. Everyone's gonna be roasting me.
And then I had to like try my best to get him out the car, get him
She was
inside.
crying the whole way. At what point were you like, he's not gonna remember? Why am I crying?
I wasn't crying for you to feel bad. Again, you were like knocked out, but it was just like I was just stressing out with like the things that were happening and how you were acting. I'm like, I don't want to be doing this right now. Like, I don't want to be the one doing this right now. And it's like the whole time I'm driving and I'm like, I tried the nice technique, right? Like I'm like rubbing his arm, like shh, it's okay, it's okay. And then as I'm driving, all I hear is, and then he starts kicking my dashboard, and you're like, and I'm like, what? And you're like,
I got sick.
And you're just moaning and doing all these noises, and I'm like, at some point, I was trying to be polite, and I was like, fuck it. I just turned the volume all the way up, and I drove, and I was like, you make all the noise you want. And I was telling him, like, Joseph, stop it. Like, stop. I don't want to hear that. Like, you're pissing me off. Stop. And you just kept kicking and farting and doing your thing.
That's a mess.
And then, like, when we were walking, he just kept complaining that his ankles hurt. I'm like, why do your ankles hurt? Like, where's that coming from? I didn't know your Yeezys made your ankles hurt.
Yeah.
And he kept complaining to me my ankles hurt. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm wearing high heels right now. And they made me walk for half an hour. I was like, my feet hurt. You're wearing tennis shoes. I'm sorry that your feet hurt, but mine hurt way more.
They're hot, like the back, like it was rubbing against the back of my heel. So it's like, because they're high tops. So I didn't have long socks, so it was just touching my skin. It burned. But yeah, it was a mess.
It was so fun. It was fun. It was just I've
never
like
had
to take care of anyone
It was like the
I
last
think
hour.
it just took me like by surprise and then he went Mimi's time, and me and your parents helped me put you to bed. We took your shoes
I
off.
almost kicked my mom in the face on
That
accident.
was fun. Did you ask her about that?
No.
We should ask her about that.
Yeah, it was bad. And then I knew it was bad because I was supposed to sleep over her house, and she said at the beginning of the day, if you're a mess, I'm not taking you to my house. You're coming back home. I was like, no, I'm going to be good. I want to sleep over your house. So when I woke up the next morning in my room, I was like, oh, shit. I fucked up. So I took her to Danny's, and then, which we just came from.
Yeah, as well.
I took her to Danny's. This is Sunday morning. And then we went back to her house. And then, like, thankfully your parents were gone by the time we got back. And I freaking just threw up. I threw my brains up. For how many times did I throw up? Like 5 times?
Yeah, it was so funny. He's like throwing up, and my niece is passing by the hall.
2.
She's 2. She's like, ew. Because he scream vomits. If you know anybody that does that, it's like they're screaming when they're throwing up. It's just so loud, like extra loud. Like I don't think anyone has to be that loud.
I'm sorry. It's just how I throw up.
He scream vomits, and I cry vomit.
Yeah, it was bad. So that's why we didn't record last week, because Sunday all day I was dying. I was just like in her house, like my head was pounding.
I felt so good not to be hungover.
My head was pounding. I was throwing up. Like I tried sleeping and I got up. Like one of the times I threw up, we were trying to take a nap, and I just got up and I was like, I need to go throw up. And I ran to the restroom and I just threw up. And it was that throw up to the point where it was like it's just like yellow. Like it wasn't even like there was no food or anything. I was just throwing up to throw up. It was gross. But yeah, so that's what happened last weekend. And then we were just busy like throughout the week. Oh, Wednesday.
So Wednesday, so actually a week before that, I think the day of Nathan's thing, I already knew that you were going to be Employee of the Year. Yeah. Your mom had called me and let me know. So I was trying to be sneaky, and I had requested a day off, or half day, because I wanted to be there and like not have you know that I was going to be there. So I was going to tell you I was going to be at work and not be at work. Yeah. But opportunity came for me to have an interview, and I'm like, oh, perfect. I'm going to do it on Wednesday. Yeah. Because I'm already doing half a day. I'll just take the whole day off.
Was it supposed to be on Wednesday from the beginning, or when? Because I know when you were talking to Mark that you're like, oh, when can I go? And he's like, Tuesday or Wednesday.
I said Wednesday because I had already called that Wednesday off for your thing.
Oh, okay.
So then, yeah, I had to pick. I could have picked Tuesday or Wednesday. But I picked Wednesday because I had already. So I did that, and then I went to go buy him cupcakes because I didn't know whether it was a big thing or not. I had never been to something like that and didn't know how big of a deal it was. So I got you cupcakes. Your parents went and got you balloons, and then yeah, you won Classified Employee of the Year. Yeah. Were you shocked to see all your family there?
Not really. I mean, like, I was shocked that you guys went, but I told you from the beginning I kind of had a feeling.
It was so hard when he was like, okay, so his mom calls me, and she's like, hey, like, are you with Joseph? I'm like, no, he's at the gym. And she's like, oh, okay, well, he's going to win Employee of the Year. And they know he doesn't want to go, so they're going to make this email so that they ask him for help at security to help them.
I was like, this is random. Like, why are they asking me to help with parking? So this is stupid.
Joey had texted me a couple days later, like, this is so weird. I just got the weirdest email, like, asking them, like, for me to go and help them and yada yada. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, babe.
No, because I had already told you, like, a few times. I was like,
I keep pretending like I didn't know.
I was like, I think I'm going to win Employee of the Year. Like, the only reason I think I won it, like, I mean, I hope it's because I do good at work, but it's because they all know I'm applying for this other job and that I might leave. So last year, the person that won Employee of the Year only got it because she said she was retiring.
You don't think she worked hard?
She does work hard. I give her that. She works hard. I mean, she for what she does, she works hard. But she was gone for like 2 months. Yeah, she was gone and like on vacation. Not even like because something happened. Like she went to Mexico for like a month and then like a few like months later, she went again for like a month.
I was telling Joseph, like, I feel like even if he wasn't leaving, he still would have got it because they really stole it from you last year. Like, last year was your year, and they gave it to somebody else. I feel like you worked very hard, and when you're not there, they feel it when you're not there.
Yeah, like today, I took the day off. I took a vacation day to spend it with you on your birthday, and this is what we're doing. No, yeah, so... And I had a feeling, too, because one of the supervisors, like, months ago, like, oh, I bet you're going to win just because you're leaving. And that's kind of what put it in my head at the beginning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she said that, and I was like, huh, maybe I might win. So they tricked me into going. They sent me that email. I'm like, this is weird. And I asked everyone, I'm like, why did they send me this email? And
I was telling Joseph, like you say you don't care if you win it or not. And I was like, then why are you trying to investigate and ask all these people what they think? I just want to know. But see, because you do care. Because that's what I was trying to make you admit, that you did care.
I mean, I do. It's like what you said, like it's something nice to have. If I do end up leaving, it's something nice to take away with me. Like, I wouldn't mind putting it up when we move out, like putting it up on the wall somewhere.
Yeah.
Or like having it at my desk at my new job or something like that. It's like, oh, like I was there for 6 years. Like, it's a big... long part of my life.
Yeah.
So I was trying to see. I'm like, am I getting it or not? And
I kept trying to like tell him, like, to make it seem like I didn't know, and I'd be like, well, has your uncle said anything, or like, has like anyone mentioned it to you? Has anyone like spilled the beans? Like, I'm sure they would have told you.
Yeah, and so yeah, they made me go, and I actually did help with the parking. Like, I'm like, what do I do? Like, I've never been here helping with parking. So I ended up helping for like about like 30 minutes. Yeah, it was like 30 minutes. I was outside helping, and I got all sweaty and nasty because it was hot that day. So then after that, they called me, like, they're like, oh, Joe, like, you can go inside, like the people that I was helping. And I was like, you sure? And they're like, yeah. And then I went inside, and then what got me kind of was like, oh, maybe I'm not going to get it, because the other security, the main one from there, he was like, oh, I'll call you on the radio if we need your help again. And I was like, oh, I don't have my radio. Like, I didn't bring it. And they're like, he's like, oh, okay, what's your phone number? And I gave it to him. I'm like, oh, okay, I already have your number saved. He's like, okay, I'll call you if we need you again. So I'm like, what the heck? Like,
he texted me like, oh man, I guess the security thing is for real. That's
yeah, I got there because I seriously thought the way it was gonna be. I had never been either, so I thought they were just gonna say that to get me there, and then once I was there, like, oh, never mind, we don't need your help. Go ahead inside. Yeah, because it started at 2:15, and they didn't let me inside. Like, they didn't say I was done helping till like 2:40.
You know, you were the last person.
What do you mean?
You were supposed to be the last person to get the award, but you texted me that you were leaving at 2:30.
Yeah.
And they were taking too long. Yeah. So your dad texted Via saying, hey, he's gonna leave. So then they had already lined us up outside. Like, there was a couple families in front of us. And then the lady comes back. She's like, oh, no, change of plans. Family for Becerra, they're going to put him because he's going to leave.
Oh, okay.
So they, like, rushed us because, you had to leave for your interview or whatever.
Yeah, I had to go to do something after.
Which sucked because he could have picked any day to do that. And he's like, oh, I think I'm going to do it Wednesday. And I'm like, damn it, that's the day of his award. But I can't tell him not to do it that day because I can't give it away. Because, we didn't have dinner or anything after because he had to go to this other thing.
Yeah.
It was just...
No, yeah, if I would have known, I would have, I would have made it for a different day. And this sucks because I told the guy Tuesday is the best, and he's like, can we do Wednesday? I'm not going to fight with this guy and be like, no, Yeah. And I was just like, I just picked Wednesday because they get off early, so I have more time to get ready and stuff, and, like, all the kids are gone. So it's just like, yeah. So yeah, then the principal starts making her speech, and then, like, right when she said 6 years ago I hired this employee, I knew it. I was like, oh wow. And then, like, she's talking for a few seconds, and I look over, and then I see all the ladies from my work recording me, and they're just like have these like grins on, like just smiling, like recording me, and I was just like, oh my god, I have the video. I look so awkward, like I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm just like waving them, like I don't know. And then she's like, the classified employee of the year, Joseph Becerra. And then I go up, and then like I see all you guys come out.
I felt so bad. I'm sure if you can find a recording out there, they told us. Okay, she said they're gonna call his name, and when they call his name, you're gonna walk to the middle of the
auditorium.
Yeah, in the middle, right? And when he gets his award, when he's like shaking his hand to get the award, you guys need to walk off so that you guys can congratulate him and everything off to the side so that we can keep going. Your parents didn't do that.
No one did that.
And I was walking and I'm like, okay, come on, let's go. And I turn around, they're all saying congratulations to you. I'm like, do I look like an ass because I kept walking? But I was just doing what they said.
Yeah.
And it was getting really late.
Yeah, it was. It was supposed to end like at 2:30.
I'm sure it ended like way later.
Probably
because we left right after.
Yeah, 3:30. It was supposed to end at 3:30. No, I was saying hi, but then all the other families were doing that too. They were all saying congrats right there.
They weren't listening.
They weren't, yeah.
And I just felt bad because I'm like, if we're in a rush, I don't know if anybody else is in a rush, and I was just thinking, I don't know.
Yeah, it was cool though. So I just said congrats. They said congrats, and then we walk out. We took pictures, and then my boss was like, "He has to go. And then like we took the picture, and I'm like, guys, like hurry up, freaking go, change into my suit, and then I go to this meeting that I had to go to.
That turns out he didn't have to wear a suit.
I didn't even have to wear a suit. Like that was like the main like thing. I'm like, I have to go. Like if I didn't have to wear my suit, I could have left at 4.
Yeah,
I could have just went straight there. So when I see the guy, he's like, oh, you didn't have to get all dressed up. I was like, oh my God, I look like an ass because I'm wearing a suit for something I don't need to. And I just told him, I'm like, oh, my dad like had advised me to wear my suit. So yeah,
something that had came really good out of that day. After I came out my interview, Joseph had called me to ask me about it. And then right after, I had called his mom, and I was like, I don't know what to get Joseph. I don't know if like it's too much if I bring him balloons or flowers or yada yada. So I went and Googled cake place. I specifically looked up cupcakes that were around me in my area. And I found this place on Yelp that has 5 stars.
Yeah, those things were good.
It's called Nothing But Cakes, but instead of but, it's bunt cakes. So it's not even cupcakes. They're little tiny cakes with frosting on top.
Yeah.
It's so good. I recommend anyone that's in this area. It's
Nothing But Cakes.
And on Rosecrans. You guys can look it up, but it's so good.
Yeah.
I really recommend it. I've never had something so good.
Have you had Sprinkles cupcakes yet?
No, but it was too far. I was going to get you some, and I Googled, your mom was the one who was like, oh, let's get Sprinkles. And when I looked, I'm like, there's not enough time for me to go and come back. It's like Santa Monica, like.
But Sprinkles are way different because, these are actual, like, basically
cakes.
Mini cakes.
They were really good, though.
Because Sprinkles are actual cupcakes, and the frosting for Sprinkles is way different than this frosting.
I liked it, though.
No, those were bomb. The birthday cake one I was
about to say, it was assorted. So it was birthday cake, red velvet, chocolate.
And lime, I think.
Yeah, like lemon cake. But
I didn't get the lemon cake. I had the red velvet, and I had the birthday cake. And I don't think I had a chocolate one. I think I just had those two. Because I had 2 birthday cake ones, I think. Bomb.
If you guys are in the area, I really highly recommend it.
Yeah, if someone's listening, you can sponsor us.
Not sponsor, I wish.
So yeah, that happened on Wednesday. And then, so can we talk about Friday?
Yeah.
So now Friday, this is what I mean. Like we were just busy like all week. We didn't have time to record last week. And I like how you guys asked me, like, my cousin asked me. I was surprised that he asked me. He's like, "Hey, so no podcast?" I'm like, "Hey, actually, like, you guys actually like listen to it." Yeah. I appreciate that. We both appreciate that a lot. So yeah. So for the past 2 weeks, I was planning a surprise birthday party for Joce. Like 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks ago, I texted her sisters and her cousin. I'm like, "Hey, I'm thinking of doing a party for Jocelyn on this date. What do you guys think?" And they're like, yeah, it sounds like fun. And I told them I want to do karaoke, like a birthday party / karaoke, because my family loves karaoke. So this was like 2 weeks ago, and then I was telling them, like, I don't know whether to be a surprise or not, and they're like, oh, it's up to you. And I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, let's do a surprise. So that was 2 weeks ago, and then this week, I had to take half day on Friday, just because I was like, I can go to work for a bit. And then after that, I'll come home. I literally, on Friday, I told her, she usually gets off, well, okay, let me backtrack. She usually gets off of work at 6 on Friday, doesn't get home till 7.
Yeah.
This Friday, for some reason, her coworker's like, oh, I can stay late. So she asked, like, can I leave at 5, my regular time, instead of staying till 6? And her boss is like, yeah, you can leave at 5. When you told me that, I was like, God freaking damn it. Because I was like, it's perfect. You get home at 7. I'll get to your house like at 7:15, 7:30. You'll take 30 minutes to get ready. It'll be like nothing. Like, you wouldn't suspect anything. So then this girl gets off at 5. She gets home at 6. I'm like, God, I had to make up a lie. I'm like, oh, me and Jose are going to go. We're going to go box at the gym, and we're going to swim. We're going to do this and that. We're going to go in the sauna. And she's like, oh, take your time. It's fine. Like, if you already have plans, like, I don't mind, like, just taking the extra time to get ready. I'm like, all right, cool. And little did she know, I was home cleaning. I got home, like, as soon as I got off work, went to go get the alcohol, went to get the beer, came, what else did I get? Forgot what, I went to like 2 different places. Oh, I got the bread, freaking came home, started cleaning, like, it took me like me and my dad, like, a few hours to clean. Like, we power washed the whole backyard. My mom cleaned the inside. Like, thankfully she cleaned mostly the whole inside. We had to set everything up. And then finally, like later on after that, I went to your house. And then, like, I went to her house. I picked her up. I was trying to stall as much as I can, because her cousin was like, oh, I'm going to go to your house. Like, I'll be at your house by 8. Like, I'll just go right after work. And I'm like, all right, cool. Can't wait to get lit with you. And she's like, oh, I can't drink that much. I was like, why? She's like, oh, because I'm going to be driving. Like, I'm not going to drink really. Like, if I'm driving. I was like, no, like, you have to get lit. Like it's so much fun when you drink. So then she's like, okay, I'm going to drive to work. I'm going to drive from work to home. And then her sister's going to pick me up. I was like, all right, cool. So that's why I had to stall, because I was like waiting for them to get here. And so I stall, we get here, and then, like, yeah, we say surprise, and then the rest of the night was just fun. But do you want to tell them how all the giveaways that I did?
Okay, so
I was not sneaky at all. She knew. She'd been knowing for weeks.
No, last week my coworker had asked me, like, so what are you doing for your birthday? And I looked at her and I was like, I think my fiance's throwing me a surprise party. And it was just like, I don't know what made me think that you were gonna do that. Like,
well, she didn't tell me what she wanted. That's part of the big reason why I did it. And a few months ago, she had, like, mentioned it to me like once, like, oh, no one's threw me a surprise party before. And then I was like, literally the first year I met you, you had a surprise party at your house. And she's like, no, like an actual party, like turn up and like have
I didn't say that thinking that you would make me a party. I was just
yeah, I know you didn't. This was like months ago that you said it, and I'm like, like, like that does sound fun. So, and then I kept asking her, what do you want for your birthday? What do you want for your birthday? And she's like, I don't know. She's like, I kind of want, like, Doc Martens, but I don't know. And I was like, I didn't want to get you something that you're just going to be like, oh, like, thanks. Like, I know no matter what I give you, you're going to like. But I wanted to get you something, like, you either use a lot or, like, remember, like, the party.
Yeah.
All right, so sorry, I cut you off.
Oh, no, it's okay.
With the giveaway, all the giveaways I did.
It wasn't really giveaways. It's just like, okay, so, and then when I told him I was getting off early that day, he was like, oh, cool. Are you sure though? Like, let me know. And I'm like, he never asked me, are you sure? Let me know. Like, it's like, oh, you're getting off early. Okay. But he was like, let me know. And I was like, wait, what? What do you mean let you know? And I think before that, because it was his award ceremony, I took a half day and I said, I want to make up the hours, so I want to work on Saturday.
Yeah.
This was the biggest giveaway to me, because when I said I want to work Saturday, he said, no. like, we're gonna go out late on Friday, and I don't want you to be like tired and like.
Because what I originally told her was that we had reservations at some place at 9, and then after that we're gonna go bar hopping. So then that's why I was like, oh no, we're gonna go bar hopping. Like, I don't work Saturday. Yeah,
and then I had told him like, oh no, don't worry. Like, we've gone out Friday nights, and I've worked Saturday mornings. Like, I'm starting to get good at that. Like, I don't have a problem with that as long as I can take a nap later in the day.
Because you're young.
And he's just like, no. Like, I really don't want you to stress about it. Like, I know how you get. Like, just like do any day. Like, maybe even Sunday. Like, just don't do it on Saturday. So I was like, oh, okay. And that was my first red light where I'm like, red
light?
I'm sorry, red
flag.
Oh, sorry, red flag. And I was just like, what? What's happening? And I was like, okay. And then just like little things just like adding up. Yeah. And then on our way over here,
I knew I was on my phone too much texting, and I was afraid that you were gonna be like, who are you texting? Or you were gonna look at my phone. You're sneaky, though. The whole Snapchat thing you told me was sneaky.
Okay, so...
I hate you for that. You were trying to figure it out.
Shush. Okay.
You know...
Okay.
You know what my mom told me? She's like, do you guys have your, like... Because I guess you can track iPhones.
It's like Find My Friends.
Yeah, she's like, do you guys have your locations on? I'm like, no. She's like, okay, good. She won't know that you're home.
No, I don't. I don't really care. Because, I thought you were at work. Like, you played that one really good. But let me finish. So... I was getting ready. I got home. I was getting ready. And I was like, the moment I got home, my brother jumps into the shower. I'm like, that is so weird. Because, I'm already kind of thinking something's happening. I'm like, that's so weird. My brother is not even home. He gets off work at 1 o'clock. The fact that he's still here, and then the moment I step in the door, he gets in the shower, I'm like, that's kind of weird. So I'm sitting there doing my makeup.
What time did you get home?
6.
Okay, yeah, because he told me, because you know how I said when I got to your house, he was leaving. He's like, oh my God, I'm running late. I'm like, no, you have time, dude. Like, he's like, I fell asleep and I woke up and I saw the time and I was like, holy shit, I gotta get ready. I'm like, no, dude, like, you have plenty of time. Like your cousin's not even home. Like, you have plenty of time. Like, I'm gonna try to stall for an hour. He's like, all right, cool. So
I started, like, doing my makeup. I was sitting there. I'm like, that's so weird that my brother's doing that. And I'm like, my sister's nowhere in sight. Like, she's not here. I was like, I wonder where she is. So I pinched my little Snapchat to see the map. And for some odd reason, even that was a clue to me. I don't know if she did that on purpose or maybe she had an open Snapchat.
Leave it in the comments if you did it on purpose.
And then her Monito was gone. Her little character wasn't on the map. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Why would she do that? Like, it's typically, unless she just wasn't on Snapchat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So then I looked the map around a little bit, and I saw that my cousin was in Buena Park, which is where she works. So I was like, oh, well, okay, like, whatever. And then I didn't think much of it. Uh-huh. But it's when we were in the car, he was acting the same as the day when he proposed to me, when we got engaged. He was very, like, nervous, jittery. Like, he has, like, this thing with his hands when he's nervous. Like, he has, like, to move his hands around. And, like, he was looking really, like, into my soul when he was speaking to me.
I can never be an undercover cop. I'll be terrible. I'd be terrible.
You can't be FBI. You can't be
none of that stuff. Oh, man.
And I was just like, that's so weird. I'm like, okay. I'm like, we're going to your house first? Like, you were already dressed.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we just go straight? But then he's like, oh, we can pregame. I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then when we pulled up, there was a bunch of cars. And I had distinctively remembered that your mom had, because that's another thing that kind of threw me off a little bit. Your mom was telling, your aunts and uncles about a soccer game.
A soccer game, yeah.
On that day. So I was like, oh, then for sure nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And then, so I seen a couple of trucks pulled up, and I'm like, oh, like, I don't know whose car that is. And he told me that was your Uncle Steve's car. Uh-huh. And there was a car parked out front that was his cousin's, but I didn't recognize that was his car. I don't have any, like, memory of what his car looks like.
Yeah.
And Joey literally does Marcus's car is here. That's kind of weird. Why would his car be here?
After I said, I'm like...
And he's literally like, well, I guess people are inside. And I'm like... And then when he said that, he wasn't looking at me. I got the biggest smile on my face. I was like, oh my God, I'm about to walk into a surprise party right now. And then on her way over there, my cousin calls me, the same cousin that I was trying to figure out where she was at, and she was like, "Oh, like
she was gonna call you to stall you."
She was like,
so because she texted me, I'm gonna call her to stall her, like, because I'm like, she's getting. Because I could tell you were like, when are we leaving?
Because I was getting hangry. That's what it was. I'm like, babe, I'm ready to go. I'm hungry. That was another sign. I'm like, he's not just chilling. He's waiting for something. He's stalling me for something.
Yeah, and so I was texting them. I'm like, she's getting like mad, like she's getting anxious, like, and then she's like, okay, I'll call her to stall her, and then I'm like, all right, that's perfect. Like, if you get on the phone with her, she'll just talk and talk and talk and talk.
Excuse me.
No, like both you guys will just talk, and I'm not gonna be like, oh, hang up, let's leave. So I was like, that's perfect. You didn't have your freaking phone on you.
I didn't.
You didn't have your phone on you, so when we get in the car, and then that's when you're like, huh, she called me, and then that's when you called her.
I called her back, yeah. And she's like, so what's the plot? Like, what we doing tonight? And I was just like, oh. But I didn't think much of it because I thought she was still at work, right? She's still at work. And then Joey's like, oh, I'll let you know after, like, if we're doing anything. I was like, are we doing anything after? I don't know. But yeah, and then when I opened the door and they were like, surprise, I was like, I knew it. It was a good feeling. You guys don't know how many times they handed me a microphone, I started crying. I was just like so happy. Like, it was like he said, like, I've never had anybody do something like that for me, and it was just like so good. Yeah,
it was worth it. Like I was just so busy that Friday, like cleaning and like picking everything up, like getting all the food. And I didn't get the food. My parents got the food for. They picked it up for me. But yeah, it was all worth it. Like seeing you have a good time, and then like, you know, we all ate. Like when we got here, we started having a couple drinks, and then because it was karaoke, like that's what I told everyone, we were gonna do karaoke. My dad set it up in the backyard, and then it was after the shots. That's when we started singing. Because I was like, let's get some shots going. So I bring out the bottle. I poured, like, how many shots was that? Like, freaking 20 shots?
20 shots.
Yeah, it was like a gang of shots. And I'm like, everyone come get one. We all get it. And then they wanted me to make a speech first. And then I was like, oh, like, thank y'all for coming, whatever. And then I handed it to you. And that's when you almost started crying the first time.
Because I didn't want to cry. I'm struggling.
I wanted you to cry. I told my parents, how much you want to bet she's going to cry? And then we took the shots, and then you took 2 back to back. You took another one with Gladys.
I did, yeah.
I was like, damn. So then, we started singing. Did we sing before or after? Was it the cake after that?
Because
I forgot. I think we started singing after the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
no. We sang before and after the cake.
Yeah. So we were singing for a bit, and we pulled out the cake, and then shout out to my cousin. She made some bomb chocolate covered strawberries.
That's all I want. I did tell you what I wanted.
That's all. Yeah, that's all she wanted. When I asked her, I'm like, "What do you want?" She's like, "I just want chocolate covered strawberries." And I'm like, "Okay." Like I told you, like the next day, I was like, "Oh, I asked my cousin. She said she'll make you some." So yeah, shout out to her. They were super bomb. Hit me up.
You know what you said?
Hit me up if you want her Instagram. What?
You said, "Oh, I ordered like 20 for you, but if we have anything bigger, she can always make more." You said that.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure we were gonna like have anything. I didn't decide about the party yet at that time. I swear. So yeah, if you want her Instagram for chocolate covered strawberries, hit me up. They're freaking bomb. And
they're really good. She does
a good
the
price
white
too.
Chocolate, regular chocolate.
She does marble
swirl. Like it's really good.
Hit me up if you want her thing, so you can ask her. Good price too. Really good price. So yeah, what else? What else? You got wasted that night.
I did.
It was fun though.
But not like
we had so much fun.
Nasty though.
No, yeah, it was
like
really
a really
fun.
Good like.
Everyone had that was one of the most fun we've had in a while. Like even my dad was saying, "Huh?" He was like, "That was really fun." Like everyone was just having a good time. We were up till like 3.
Yeah, I didn't
like you left at 2, and then they were still up for like another hour. Everyone was just drinking, having a good time, singing. We were all singing our freaking asses off. It was really fun. And I'm glad you had fun. That's all I wanted.
It was the best. And then it continued, the next day.
Yeah, on Saturday.
My parents did something for me, a nice dinner.
Pozole came in clutch.
Yeah.
So her mom made some pozole. We had some freaking Portos Tres Leches cake.
It was really good.
And then yesterday, you went to work.
So I could be off today. But it was only like half a day.
Yeah.
So
went to her house.
Yeah.
We went to my grandma's house. We went to my grandma's house. Ate, came back here. We were going to record yesterday, but she was really tired from work. So we actually did the intro yesterday.
Yeah.
We did the intro yesterday, and then we kind of stopped it, and we were like, let's take a nap. Then we just hung out with my mom and my sister for a bit. Went to your house. Hung out with your brother and your sister.
It was fun.
And then today we went to Denny's in the morning, your actual birthday.
It was nice.
I wish I had more surprises to get, but that's it.
I literally, if you were to surprise me with something else, I would not even think about it because that would be. There's nothing more I can ask for. It was perfect.
It was fun. I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad you finally got like a proper turn up party for your birthday.
I loved it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much been the past few weeks.
You know what's next?
What?
My brother turns 21 this year.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. That's gonna be lit. I've been telling him, like, dude, I can't wait till you turn 21. Isn't he? I think it'll be fun.
Me too. Well, we'll leave that for when that actually happens. But.
Yeah. We better do something because I'm missing out on some fun event. I already told them. Because they're all going to UFC. Like, all my cousins are going to UFC, and they're like, let's go. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm down. Let's go. And then Joce is like, that's his birthday weekend. And I'm like, God damn it. So
well, I mean, technically, if he I mean, I don't know if we don't know because technically the 8th, the 7th, 8th, and 9th is my birthday weekend.
Huh?
I celebrated it early.
Yeah.
Technically, that would have been the weekend when my sister
weekend.
graduates.
Yeah.
So maybe he can do something prior, before. You never know.
It's too early. Yeah, and I don't want to buy the ticket and then.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. What else? How's your job update?
Job update's looking pretty good. I did go to my interview. The lady really liked me. I got referred by someone who has like a really good status there. Everyone says he's a hard worker.
That's good.
And the lady, she kind of made it seem like I was already in. She said she would hand all my stuff personally to her HR team. So it's just a matter of waiting for her to call back. She said it should be no later than Monday. Today is Monday. So got my phone on check at all times, making sure I don't miss a call.
Yes.
But it's looking good. It was nice. Like, you had a good time at your interview. I had a good time at my interview. Last time we both had interviews, it didn't go too well.
Yeah, that's what I was telling her. I'm like, man, last time we both had, not interviews, but like, job-related things. Oh, man, both went south for both of us. And I'm like, hopefully this time is better. Because we had it on the same day.
Yeah.
And then this time, like, yeah, my thing went pretty good. And your thing went really, really good. So, I mean, I'm hoping you're out of your job this week or next week, because...
That's sad. I said in January that in March I didn't want to be here anymore.
I mean, it happens. You've been looking. It's not like you haven't been looking.
We've had a few interviews here and there.
Yeah, so I'm really, really hoping that you get this, because it'll be a lot better and a lot less commute for you. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. What happened this week? I saw a movie. I saw Brightburn. We still haven't watched Pikachu yet, and I'm really sad about that.
I'm sorry.
We haven't seen Pikachu. We haven't seen John Wick 3. I haven't seen Godzilla. I haven't seen anything.
Comment down below if he's complaining too much.
I have the AMC A-list, and I pay $20 a month.
The month's barely starting.
I want to see these damn movies. No, what? We played Dungeons and Dragons. That was fun, but it was really fun for the first hour, and then the second hour I was just like, oh my god, I want to shoot myself in the face. It was
out of our control.
My whole family came back to my house drunk after a freaking soccer game, and they were just being loud, and they were about to start doing karaoke.
Loud music and just slamming things, and they were just... Like, and the thing is like, this is not like playing Super Smash Brothers. This is not like playing Monopoly.
It's all talking.
It's literally like you're doing a story. You're reading to each other. You're talking to each other.
I was doing funny voices too.
Yeah, it was really good up until the point they got there. I was like, oh.
I know, it just went downhill. I was like, oh man.
Everyone was in it, and then they got out of it.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't in the mood anymore. Like, yeah, the atmosphere was gone.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Well, the first, like, hour and a half that you guys were playing, it was fun. And I was just watching. I wasn't playing, but it was really funny.
Yeah. No, we can't even play next weekend. Probably in 2 weekends we'll play from now. 2 weekends from now we'll play. Because I really want. I mean, we make the whole map and we only use it for like 5 seconds. But yeah, we'll see. What else do you want to talk about? So we're about to hit 50 minutes.
I mean, we should be wrapping up soon. I don't know what's happening. When we were not getting any comments in our things.
I know, no one else.
It's just feedback. Like, you don't even have to answer any questions. Just like, what did you think, or what did you like, what didn't you like? Just to kind of let us know.
We need to upload this on iTunes.
I just want to have like a community, like have a conversation with people.
Yeah, if you're like random people listening, let us know. Like it and I guess subscribe. Because right now, I guess it's mostly on YouTube. Because on SoundCloud, like I said last time, we only have 3 hours of space. I didn't even know that SoundCloud did that. Otherwise, you have to pay like a monthly fee to have unlimited.
I just need to fix the artwork.
Yeah, it's so dumb. For iTunes, you have to have like your artwork a certain size. I literally have it all except that. So she just has to fix that. And then we'll be able to upload to iTunes. And we can upload all the episodes that are on our YouTube from there. Mm-hmm. And then hopefully we reach more people. And
eventually we hope, when we get more time and more people watching, I would like to also like video record us talking if we can find a space where it looks nice.
Yeah.
And because sometimes
we can record at the bar.
Little hand motion is good when you talk.
Yeah, I could show you guys my finger that's all like chopped off. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I mean, all we really talked about was being drunk for the past 2 weeks.
It's a life update podcast. Like, just to keep you guys in the loop where we've been, because we were gone for a while.
Yeah, a full 2 weeks.
Hopefully we'll be more consistent. We'll try. Life happens.
Yeah. Well, next one we'll get back to our little thing about having, like, our little tentative schedule about, like, the news of the week and, like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
What was it? Oh yeah, like asking each other questions, and we'll do more stuff like that. Just this one was just mostly an update on how our past few weeks have been and how we're becoming alcoholics. I'm just kidding.
I really hope my family doesn't hear this.
That would be classic. But
once again, if you're listening and you were there at my birthday, or anyone that wished me a happy birthday, I really appreciate it. It was the best birthday ever.
Yeah.
And
it was fun. So, the rest of the day we're just going to sit back, relax, watch Chernobyl. Watch some movies, hang out till about 6, go back with your family. Mm-hmm. It'll be a good day. Good lazy day.
That's what I need.
All right. Later, guys. Roll the outro music.